Oh god! Oh, I'm in survival mode. I'm in creative mode. Oh god! Oh god! What's going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. And today we are going to be taking a look at the fantastic Ropes Plus mod. So yeah, this is kind of cool because essentially what it is, it's sort of like 3 little mini mods put together into one, and you've got lots of awesome ropey goodness, but as well as that you do also have these very special enchanted arrows which do loads of awesome effects. So what I thought we'd do is we take a look at the ropes first because they are very awesome and they'll enable you to sort of traverse Minecraft in a very different way, and yeah, we'll take a look at the arrows second. So, ropes. Let's talk ropes. Now this is actually a new item which comes in the mod, and it is the rope. However, there are different ways in which you can use this, and there are 2 specific items which will help you in doing this. So if we open the first chest of wonder here, what do we have? Well, this is the basic one, and this is called the Grappling Hook. So this is kind of like your standard one. This pretty much does one purpose. However, if you want to do something a little bit more extravagant and a little bit more fun, then you can use this item here, which is the hook shot. So essentially what we've got is we've got this one, which is really, really practical and very useful. And we've got this one, which is also very useful, but it's also quite a lot of fun. And this actually needs a cartridge, which is called the hookshot cartridge, obviously. And these things kind of like load into them, and you can do loads of awesome things with this. You can swing from tree to tree like Tarzan, and I'll show you, don't worry. So yeah, how do we make these? Well, in our little handy crafting guide here, the first one is the grappling hook, and it's pretty straightforward to make. Now, what you're going to need in order to make this is you're going to need 1 iron ingot and 2 ropes. How do we make ropes, James? I shall show you. We use 3 pieces of string like so, and then that will give you 6 ropes, and then those ropes can be used to make the grappling hook like that. And also for the hook shot, it's 1 rope in the middle, a grappling hook at the top, 6 iron ingots either side, and then a piston at the bottom. And then there's this item here, which is the Zipline Anchor, which I'll show you a bit later on, don't worry about it. But that is 2 ropes and then an iron ingot on the bottom. And then finally, this one recipe here for the rope arrow, which is in the other arrows. There's quite a lot of them, but this involves the rope once again with the standard arrow pattern. So, how do these things work? Let's take a look. Let me grab them here. Okay, so the grappling hook is kind of like the basic one. And for me personally, I've been playing around with these, and I think the best way to use this is to go down. So this is the great descending thing. Now picture the scene, right? You're in a cave. It's dark. There's stuff everywhere, there is lava, and there's a big hole, and there might be some diamonds down there. So you kind of want to get those. I think that's pretty cool. But you don't want to die and sort of, you know, lose all your nice shinies. Right, so you can use this grappling hook to get down very, very safely. Now how we do this, just pretend this is a pit of stuff. Now if we actually right click it, we can fire it. So if we fire it like so, it actually sticks, and then this will drop down a rope from where the grappling hook is to the floor level. I think it's about 32 rope blocks, so it can go down about 32 blocks at a time, which is pretty good. Let's make it daytime there. And then this thing kind of like works like a ladder. So as soon as you go anywhere near it, you start descending very, very slowly, exactly the same as ladder mechanics. However, these things are portable, and what will happen as well, if you're actually in survival mode and you break it, there we go, you'll actually get your grappling hook back. So once you've used it, you can put it back, and then you can use it all over again. So that's pretty cool, very, very useful. They're also really cheap. So, you know, you could put these in as many places as you want. They're always going to stay there. They're always going to be a great way of getting up and down. Of course, you can always put one up and then you can sort of climb up it as well, because it works exactly the same as a ladder, so you can climb up it. But yeah, just very, very practical for getting up and down places and doing some cool stuff. Break. Right, so if you want to take that a step further, what you're going to need to do is get yourself the hook shot. Now, you can see here we have a tree. It's got an overhang on it, this is not how trees grow. This is my own doing. But yeah, this thing will allow you to effectively rope swing. So this is one use for it, but you can see here you've got to fire it to somewhere where you want to. So if we right click it, there we go, we fire it. Now for every time you fire it, it will actually use up one of those cartridges in survival mode, so you're going to have to craft a few of those if you're planning on using it multiple times. But what you'll do is, once you fired it and it kind of gets your level, if you just walk off, then there you go, we can actually see we are swinging. So the animation is kind of like I'm walking, which is very strange, but I'm actually swinging on this rope here, and you can kind of get from point A to B. Oh god, I crashed. God damn it, let me get rid of that. Let me try that again. So the plan here is to jump from that one to that one. That is the goal, so let's give it a go. Oh. Yes, break. Oh god. Oh, I'm in survival mode. I'm in creative mode. Oh god. Oh god. What am I doing? Woo. Yeah, this is not the best mod to do in creative mode because of the fly. But let's try that one more time. Let's try not to break it. Ah, and I've missed. But effectively what you can see there is you can do these cool Tarzan rope swings from side to side, which is very awesome. And also, you can use this in a different way, involving that item that we saw earlier, which is this one, which is, dun 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 dun, I've completely forgotten what it's called. It's called the Zipline Anchor. So as well as doing rope swings, you can actually anchor these to have permanent zip lines, and this will get you from A to B really, really quickly. So as you can see here, we've got this amazingly cool little arc thing, and we can actually, should we get rid of this and do it again? I don't know, should we? No target of hookshot. But essentially what you do is when you've actually set this up, if you go and right-click it with there, whoa! You can see that we actually fly down off the zip line. So let's do that again. I think I actually hit spacebar then, which made me fly, which is a bit silly. Let's actually do it. You know what? Let's do it in survival mode. Why not? Come on. Whoa! Okay, there we go. And we've got from A to B. So yeah, this is a really, really survival mod. This is not meant for creative mode, really. But as you can see there, we follow the path. Now, how do we connect this up? Well, let's actually let's set this up again. So where are these things kept again? Completely forgotten. You know what? Let's just go in here. It's easier. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, so we've got some zipline anchors. So let's break this. And let's go up here and let's break this. Ugh. There we go. So as you can see, our line is gone. So you're going to need 2 zipline anchors, and they actually anchor underneath blocks, which took me a little while to figure out. So you can't put them on top, you can't put them on side, you have to put them underneath something. And then when we get our hook shot, we have to go down to the bottom one, I think, or it can work both ways, I think, but we fire it to the top one, and then we try and locate it. Oh god, I've missed. Oh god, I've missed again. Oh, it's quite far away, this one. This was an ambitious one from me. Oh, for God's sake. Come on. Nope, missed. You can't zip line upwards. Alright, I want to zip line downwards. Oh, unless we're supposed to do it this way. I think this might be the way we do it, actually. So we anchor it from the top. Aim it for the bottom. Oh, I've missed. Come on. Hey, there we go. So yeah, you can do that from bottom to the top, and then once you've connected it, you can see that there's this like permanent rope there. So you can use this as many times as you want. So let's just do it one more time because it's fun. You get your little grappling hook, you just right click it, and then boom, you get all the way down to the bottom. So yeah, as you can see there, we've got some really, really useful sort of rope ways to get around the world, and it doesn't stop there because these arrows do also have kind of like rope features, but there's also loads of other ones. You're gonna see. Ta-da! Yes, we've got lots of arrows. So the ones we can use are the rope arrow, obviously, and then we have the redstone torch arrow, the dirt arrow, the exploding arrow, the fire arrow, the slime, penetrating, warp, torch, confusing, seed, and frost. Now, all of these are done in exactly the same pattern. So we've got a feather and then we've got a stick. However, the top one changes for whichever arrow you want to make. So for example, if I wanted to make a dirt arrow, it would be dirt, stick, and then feather. If I wanted to make a seed one, it would be seed, stick, and then feather, etc., etc. So let's grab all of these here. Let's grab these out. Now, it has a really nifty system for sort of alternating through which ones you want, because of course if you're going to be using this mod, you're probably going to have different ones, and you know, you're going to have them in your inventory, and you want to pick and choose which one you want. So as you can see in the top left hand corner there, as soon as I equip a bow, it shows me which arrow I currently have equip. So, oh, my voice went really high then. Did you hear it? Equip. So, yeah, as you can see there, it also says swap arrows with comma, period, toggle with apostrophe. So I'm just using the comma here to change them. But what you can do is you can actually siphon through whichever arrow you want, depending on if they're in your inventory. And, yeah, let's just take a look at them. So let's start with the dirt arrow. Now, I haven't actually seen most of these myself. I've got a few targets set up just in case we need them. But, yeah, let's have a go with the dirt arrow. Oh, makes a lot of sense. So the dirt arrow, you place a block of dirt wherever you want. So I wonder what the damage is like on these. Let's dirt the pig. Okay, that didn't really work. Okay, very, very random arrow, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. What's the next one? The warp arrow. This is kind of like an ender pearl, which is pretty cool. So let's go up to the pigs. So as soon as we fire this, blop. I think you can actually get more range on this one than you could with an ender pearl. So essentially, yeah, you can just go further using the same amount of ender pearls, if you get what I mean by that. So, you know, you can go from A to B much, much quicker. So let's try and just go all the way over there. See how far we can get. Maybe like there. There we go. So as you can see there, I don't think you can throw an ender pearl that far. So that's actually pretty useful. Really good way of sort of traveling around. What else have we got? We have the torch arrow. This is pretty self-explanatory. When you fire it, you get a torch. So yeah, it's kind of cool nonetheless. You can sort of use this in cave systems, which is pretty good, because as well as actually doing damage to mobs, it will also... Oh my god, it sets them on fire as well. Ah, so it also has fire aspect, which is good. So it does do damage and it sets them on fire, but you can also like quickly spam it. If you miss, you put a torch up, which might help with the sort of controlling the mob spawns and stuff like that, which is very cool. What else have we got? We have a confusing arrow. Now, I think this causes the confusion effect. Oh god. Does it have any... No. Sort of running around in circles. That's sort of confusing. Oh god, I've missed. Ugh. Maybe. It killed it. That's for sure, but... I wonder if I can shoot myself with it. Where's the arrow? Where's the arrow? Catch! 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 Ah! Okay, so it did some damage, but it didn't cause confusion. So I'm slightly confused as to what that one does, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. Next one is the seed arrow. Pretty self-explanatory. When you actually fire it, it just sort of plants something. So I think it's fairly random what it plants, depending on what biome you're in. I think if you're in like a desert biome, then it'll plant those little weird trees. But because we're in like a plains biome here, it's just... Oh, no. There we go. I guess it just plants something random. So that's pretty cool. Of course, all of these do damage, so that's good. That's all I said do. Oh, dear. Oh dear! Alright, so the frost arrow, the next one, let's stop getting distracted. Ronald Weasley. This one has like a freezing effect on it, so it fires sort of with a frost-style arrow. Oh god, I've missed. Does it actually... I thought it'd like summon snowballs. Maybe it does fire a snowball as well with it or something. Oh! Didn't like that, did you, Piggy? No! Alright, what else have we got? We have normal arrows. We have... the rope arrow. This is the one that I kind of wanted to see. So this one is very cool, because essentially it works in... sort of unison with the ones that we've got already, and now wherever you fire it, it will place a rope. So this goes up to 32 blocks again, I think. I'm pretty sure of that. And this is another really awesome way of getting upwards. So remember when I said the grappling hook is good for going down? Well, the rope arrow is amazing for going up, because this can be just fired up into the canopy or up onto a ledge, and then wherever it will hit, it will drop down a rope which is able to be climbed. So that is really awesome. Now, what also happens with this is you can actually break this, but I don't think you actually get the arrow itself back. I think you just get a couple of pieces of rope. Whoa, you get all of the rope. Wow. So yeah, if you make one rope arrow, you can make a load of rope, which will be useful for other things. So you can place these manually, by the way. You can place the rope wherever you want, so you could just set it up however you want. But I think it's much more fun with an actual bow and arrow, because I've missed. God damn it. Yes, shot. I really like that animation where it just drops down. Very, very cool indeed. So that's a rope arrow. What else have we got? We've got the redstone torch, which is similar to the normal torch, but it just fires a redstone thing. So this might be really cool to set off TNT from afar. Maybe you can set them on fire with a fire aspect one, I guess, or just normally, I think. But you can set off redstone contraptions with this. That's kind of cool. Penetrating arrow. This sounds dangerous. Blop. I don't actually know what this one does. I think it might just be a more powerful one. So let's see if we can one-shot one of these pigs with it. Yes, we can. Okay, so this seems like an uber-powered one. Yeah, definitely. This is like a twice or maybe even 3 times more powerful. This is kind of like a one-shot arrow kill. So that's pretty damn powerful. Wow. Next one is a slime arrow. What else have we got? Oh, it fires with like some really cool slime balls, and it actually does summon a slime, which is very awesome. Ooh. Do you remember like a couple of mod spotlights ago I did the pets mod? You could use this bow and arrow to summon a slime, and then you could tame that slime for it to be your super pet. How cool does that sound? Very cool. Shoot you in the face. Alright, and then what else have we got here? We've got the fire arrow, which is, I guess it's just setting things on fire. So this is sort of like a fire aspect type thing, I guess. And then we are onto the exploding arrow. I've realised I've not used any of my targets. I set these up deliberately, and no. Alright, let's hit one of these targets with the exploding one. What? Oh! Okay, so it has a delay on it. Wow, that's awesome. So it's kind of like got that TNT style delay. So it's not an explosion on impact, but it kind of like waits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then boom. So that's very cool. It's pretty powerful as well. That's knocking out, what, like 5 or 6 blocks at a time. And then we're back to the dirt arrow. So yeah, as you can see, this thing is really, really cool. Just a very nice sort of survival style mod. I don't think it's particularly overpowered, but I really love all of these ropes and zip lines and grappling hooks and stuff. It's really going to help you, especially in caving and stuff, but it works really nicely with jungle biomes, especially if you're someone who's going to set up a base in the canopy or something like that. And of course the arrows are just a bit of fun as well. They do some pretty cool things, and yeah, it's all well and good. So, that is about it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one is your favourite item. Ooh, yes, I was going to say arrow, but I think I'm going to make it like every item. So, me personally, I really like the rope arrow. I think that's awesome. But yeah, I think the rope arrow is good. I like that a lot. And yeah, I think that's about it. So, if you enjoyed this video, and yeah, please, could you leave a like? That would be absolutely awesome. Let's try and get over 1,000. That's kind of like a little benchmark. So, oh, this is one of the arrows I missed. Went all the way over here. So if we could get 1,000, that would be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all your support. It really does help me out an awful lot, and I very muchly appreciate it. TeamTC, you are awesome. And yeah, also, if you're not yet subscribed, go for it. We do Minecraft done fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks. And see ya!